Hey. I'm Al Kavadlo, and this is Ask Al. Today's question comes from Nate, who wants to know how to balance calisthenics skills training with conventional body weight strength training. Hey, Nate. Thanks for the question. First off, pretty much every exercise involves some degree of strength as well as some amount of skill. Now, there are exercises that rank relatively low in both strength and skill, like bar hangs and bodyweight squats. And there are exercises that require a bit more strength, but still don't require much skill, like push-ups and chin-ups. Then there are moves that rank high in both strength and skill, like the muscle-up, pistol squat, or human flag. And there are also exercises that have a relatively low strength requirement with a high skill requirement, like the freestanding handstand. And while there's obviously more technical nuance to a handstand than there is to a push-up, don't forget about the specificity principle, which states that you get better at whatever you consistently practice. Now, all that being said, I generally recommend building a foundation with basic strength exercises before moving on to any advanced skill work. So if you can't do a few dozen bodyweight squats, at least about 20 solid push-ups, and several strict pull-ups, you're probably better off focusing on those goals before you worry about trying to learn the pistol squat or the muscle-up. However, there are some helpful beginner skills that you can practice concurrently while you're working on building that base level of strength. The crow pose is one of my favorites to teach beginners, as it doesn't require a high amount of strength. From there, you can progress to handstands and elbow levers, and eventually other more advanced hand balancing moves. Now, along the way, you've hopefully also been prioritizing those basics and increasing your strength. Now, as for sequencing your workouts, I'd recommend doing the most important part of your training near the beginning when you're fresh. For beginners, this means that your strength work should go first after your warm-up, since strength work should probably be your top priority. As you get more advanced, you may want to put your skill work earlier on in the session, and you can even devote an entire day to skills training when you're fit enough to handle it. And that's going to be different for everyone. So ultimately, there's no one best way for all people in all situations to approach this question. So it's really up to you to experiment for yourself and draw your own conclusions. Don't be concerned about doing everything perfectly. It's impossible. Just try to do your best and pay attention to what's working for you and what isn't. And be prepared that what works for you is inevitably going to change over time. Well, that's all I've got for now. If you've got a question for Ask Al, drop it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this episode, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, I'm Al Kavadlo, and we're working out.